Hello YouTubers and welcome to another review, and today I am going to be reviewing this, which is the 8-inch Maxi Bust CyberLeader. So before I get on to actually reviewing that, we'll take a quick look at the box. I did review the Cyber Scout beforehand, so the packaging and that is exactly the same as that, with all the same information and that on it. The only difference is obviously this one is the CyberLeader. Other than that, yeah, pretty much exactly the same information. Now, let's take a look at the CyberLeader. So this is the CyberLeader from Attack of the Cybermen, and the only reason it's from Attack is because of the mouthpiece there being silver, where, as on the Scandic Cyberman, you can see it's translucent. But other than that, it's, and also the chest area as well. But anyway, let's take a look at this. So the sculpt of it, it's made of resin and that, and it is pretty weighty, but it is really nice. I mean, just look at all the detail on it. Although, to be honest, it does look a lot like the character options figure, which is a compliment to that in itself. But it just looks so good. You can see all the grating acts on the eyes, the piping there, which is, it looks like a single tube, although it's actually one tube that's made to look like two. Though I believe in Attack it is a single tube. You can see there's something white there. Oh, it's a bit of styrofoam. And that on the back. Now, interestingly, on the back, unlike the character options version, which has a line going across, this doesn't. Now, the reason there'd be a line going across is because this would be where the back panel is, and with the 4 screws. However, on this, they've decided not to have it on there. I'm guessing to make it, you know, look more like an actual monk skirt and less like a costume. But yeah, you can see all the little details in that there. Now, interestingly, on my one, I don't know about other people's, but on my one, these sections have been painted black, which is interesting. It's a bit odd, but they have left the silver sections here and there, which is correct for the CyberLeader, because certain sections were silver. Also, they've even got the detail of the grating just here as well, which is very nice. As for the chest panel itself, it is, you know, it is what it is. It looks really nice, but you can see the detail on that underneath as well. It's just made of plastic and it's just stuck on there. But the rest of the chest piece is made of resin, and it is pretty heavy. You can see all the detail on that down the side, all the pipes and wires and tubing, which are sculpted to it. Apart from this wire here, which is made of rubber. You can see there, it sort of hangs loosely, and that just goes into the back. But this is made of a light rubber, which is good because it is flexible, so it won't snap. Because on the character options version, it is made of plastic, whereas this is a soft rubber, so it's less likely to break off. And I remember the Product Enterprise one, it's a hard, rigid plastic which can easily snap off. But you can see there the detail on that on the gloves, with all the structures that going down, and the little zipper here. The gun, I'm not going to take it out because it's a bloody nightmare to put it back in. But yeah, as you can see, the gun there is silver, not the coppery colour, which is interesting. In fact, it looks, hang on. Yeah, it's interesting. It looks to be the same as the Earthshock one. The only difference is that, there we go, I can see it there. They've painted the extra black lines on the Cybergun. Other than that, the gun looks really nicely detailed. It is a really good, faithful recreation. Though it shouldn't be as coppery as that, but it should have a slight sort of gold tint to it and shouldn't be completely silver, but it is what it is. You can see the chest piece and that over there, and the piping go down. And this goes down to basically just the base, and it's nice felt on the bottom, so you can put it on display and, well, make it look nice. And it does look really nice. It is definitely out of the Maxi Busts. You know, some of them, I mean, if you take a look on the back, so the humanoid characters can look a little bit off slightly, but the monsters tend to look pretty good. And yeah, I'm really glad to finally have this, because I skipped out on the Cyber Scout since it's all black. This brings out the detail quite a bit more, and has a sort of, not really a wash over it. It has a very slight, subtle wash over it to try and bring the detail out a bit more. Not as drastic as the character options version, but still a slight darker wash over it, just to bring out all the piping and all the detail of it, which looks, frankly, excellent, if I do say so myself. And let's do a quick comparison with the Stealth Cyberman, shall we? Okay, so here we have the two Cybermen, and as you can see, yeah, they are exactly the same sculpt, and that they're molded from the same resin. The only difference is that this is just completely black. Now, this section shouldn't actually be black. It should be translucent like that. Well, transparent, so you could see the circuitry, but they haven't done that on this one. The only difference is this section here is actually all made out of resin on the chest unit, whereas this one is a plastic piece that's put in. But as you can also see, the differences in the way the guns are held. Now, putting the guns in these is extremely difficult. In both cases, putting the guns in. You can also see the fronts of the guns are slightly different sculpts as well. You can see particularly in the nozzle as well, which is weird because, well, technically they're from the same story, so you'd think they'd be the same, but other than that, there's not really any other differences other than this one obviously being moulded all in black. And obviously the stands are exactly the same, and they weigh the same as well. So yeah, that's your quick comparison of the two. I should have mentioned the gun is also got a slight rubberized handle. That does actually feel like leather. So that's something as well. But anyway, what do I think of this? Obviously, I love it. It looks fantastic. Slight issue there. I don't know whether they all are like that, or whether it's just my one. I mean, on the prototype images, they've got it bang on. And so, I don't know if this is just my one or not. But if it is, then if it is just my one, then it technically makes it rarer because it's a factory error. If not, then to be honest, I am fine with it because it's not a major issue. I mean, it is slightly irritating, though it isn't like a paint bleed or anything along those lines, or something's missing or wrong. It's just a teeny tiny little thing, which I didn't notice at first until I took a closer look at it. It took me about 10 minutes to actually notice that. So yeah, but these things are no longer available now. They've been discontinued. But out of the three, obviously, I don't have the standard Earthshock one. And I just noticed this is supposed to be from the 5 Doctors, not Attack. I literally just noticed that this second. So yeah, the things that I was saying about it not being accurate to Attack in terms of the gun are completely wrong. So you should ignore me on that. So yeah, this is technically accurate then, if it's supposed to be from 5 Doctors. Obviously that still isn't accurate, but yeah, the inaccuracies I was pointing out before, completely wrong. But anyway, I do really like this one, but if I did have a choice of any of them, which one would I go for? Well, obviously, it's not going to be the Stealth. I mean, it's nice, but I do prefer Standard Silver. Actually, out of the three, the CyberLeader is the one I wanted the most, and luckily I came across it on eBay last week. I would like to pick up the Standard Earthshock one just to, see the differences. But overall, this is the one that I wanted the most, and it's the one I like the most out of the three. So, but yeah, anyway, that does it for this review. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the next review. Bye bye.